Hello and welcome to another review here on this channel, but this time we're going to be reviewing Stranger Things Season 1 because Stranger Things Season 2 comes out this weekend. But before I get into the review, I have to say a spoiler alert. I'm not going to spoil everything, but there will definitely be some spoilers from the first season of Stranger Things, so consider yourselves warned. Also, we have a new Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ccinemareviews page, so definitely check the channel out there. And we're also on Twitter at ccinemareviews, so if you want to talk to me about anything, go ahead. Also, last thing is, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this review and want to see more like it in the future. I will definitely be doing a review of Stranger Things Season 2 as soon as I binge that thing this weekend, so look out for that. With that being said, let's get into the review. So, Stranger Things, this was, came out last, I believe it was last Halloween, around there. And this stars everybody. I mean, Millie Bobby Brown, Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, Finn Wolfhard, Winona Ryder, of course, David Harbour, who's great, Charlie Heaton, who's up in the upcoming New Mutants, he's Cannonball in that, Natalie Dyer, who's really good, Noah Schnapp, who gets, it's unfortunate, dude doesn't get a lot of screen time, I wish he did, but anyway, Joe Keery, who's a great side villain, I guess you would call him, but not really, because that's what Stranger Things does so good, and Matthew Modine as your villain. Man, that dude's scary. Is this good? It's so good. Look, I heard all the hype last year when Stranger Things Season 1 came out, and I was like, I'll skip it. Like, I'm not a big horror dude, so I was like, you know what? I'll skip this one. I'll let, everybody else have it. But then I saw the trailer for Season 2, and I was like, that looks pretty great. And then I saw the second trailer for Season 2, and I was like, I gotta watch this show. And since Season 2 is coming out this week, I watched it. And I watched this over the course of a week and a half. Almost one a night. I didn't binge it. I watched it, one a night. It was really good in my opinion. If you haven't seen Season 1, definitely watch it. Maybe one episode a night. If you don't want to binge it, of course, binge it if you want. But still, I think that was the right way to go. You guys, this is honestly the best TV out there. This is the best TV show out there that is not called Game of Thrones, in my opinion. This is so good. It has a great story. It has great characters. The acting is great all around, from David Harbour and Matthew Modine down to the kids who have barely been in anything. They're so good. You have good villains. Not only Matthew Modine, who's a great Men in Black villain, he's so good, but then you have the Demogorgon, who's just awful. And then for Natalie Dyer's character, who's Nancy, and then for her you have not necessarily her boyfriend, but kind of her boyfriend, because he destroys Charlie Heaton's camera, and then you got his bully friend, who I didn't write his name down anyway. But then you have them, and it's like, oh, you have such good villains. Of course, the Demogorgon, and then and the score, you guys, the score is so good. It's so 80s synth, and it's so good. It's like, why can't Netflix, why can't you do this with everything? Why did Iron Fist have to be so bad and this was so good? You guys, this is such good TV. I'm so excited for Season 2, and I'm so glad that I did not watch it last year, because I get Season 1 this year. I get Season 1 in the last week. I watched that, and now I have Season 2 coming out this weekend. I'm so glad that I waited until now to do this, because, dude, this was so good, and I'm so excited for Season 2. Look, 11 is amazing, you guys. 11 is absolutely maybe the best thing about this, because there's, I really enjoy David Harbour in this too. But 11 is amazing, but there's actual consequences for her using her powers, which is so nice. It's nice to know that we don't just have a trump card, or we don't just have an easy out. We don't just have somebody who can come in there and do whatever they want. There's actually consequences. Look, everything in this show, everything is thought out, and all the right decisions were made, in my opinion. Everything is thought out. There's nothing that is not, directly, thought out, and there's nothing that is not just thrown in there. It's all good and it's all great. Let's talk about the Upside Down for a bit. It's so mysterious, and there's something that they do which is so well done, because they tell you about the Upside Down in bits and pieces. They show you a little bit and then it's done, and then they show you a little bit more and then it's done, and then they tell you about it, like with the science teacher, and then it's done. They don't just outright tell you, hey, this is exactly what it is. And that's something that's so cool, because it keeps our curiosity piqued, because it's not like we go 7 episodes into Stranger Things and they haven't told us or shown us a thing about the Upside Down. No, they keep giving you just enough to keep you coming back. It's so very well done, and that's what they also do with the Demogorgon. It's not in there in that first episode. It's like you hear it, you don't really see it, and so you just, as the farther along you go into the season, from episode 1, 2, 3 all the way to 8, the farther along you go, the more we get to see of the Demogorgon and the Upside Down, and that's something that's so cool, because it's not like what they didn't do was they didn't really have just your character, maybe like Matthew Modine's character, just exposition and just like drop a knowledge brick on your head. No, they don't do that. They introduce you to it, and then later on in the season, then they have the scientist guy tell you kind of how it works and how 11 opened up that doorway, and then you get a little bit more. And so it's never like they're just dropping a bunch of knowledge on you. You get to learn about the Upside Down and about the Demogorgon just little at a time, and that's something that's really cool, because it's kind of like learning. Like, you don't learn the English language all in one day. You learn it, one day at a time when you're a little kid, and that's something that as humans, we enjoy learning in that way, where it's just a little bit at a time, and that's something that they figured out, and they do it really well in this season. Let's talk about the ending here. You have Nancy and John. They get ready to kill it. They get bear traps, gasoline, spikes, put nails in the bat. Everything looked good. Looks great. And then they're like in their house, Winona Ryder's house, and Steven comes. And he's like, hey, I want to talk to you, Nancy. Like, it's great because, look, they actually flip the butthead boyfriend trope on its head, and that's something that's really cool to me. I was expecting for him to be the butthead boyfriend. By the end of the show, or season 1 at least, he's not the butthead boyfriend. He's cool. He's got it all together. Him and Nancy are great. He comes to talk to her, but he stays because of Demogorgon. He's like, nuh-uh. He's like, whoa, this is crazy. But there's a Nancy points a gun at him, and she's like, hey, you got to get out of here. Like, right now, we don't need you here. We don't need you here. Leave. And he goes to his car, and then he sees that the Demogorgon is coming, and he's like, nah, I'm coming back. And that's something that's really cool. I thought he was totally going to leave. They totally surprised me with the fact that Steven comes back, helps them, actually saves their lives. And it was really cool to me just to see, he's not the butthead boyfriend anymore, and I'm really glad about that. Steven was cool. Then Elle goes all out, takes out some of the government dudes, like destroys their heads, I guess. And that brings the Demogorgon, over to there because the Demogorgon is attracted by blood and everything. And so I like that the climax of this I like that the climax of the Demogorgon story or line, storyline was not was not that Winona Ryder and David Harbour took out the Demogorgon. I thought that was really cool that those two characters had a job. They went into the Upside Down not to take out the Demogorgon. They went in there to find Will, and they did that. And then they found Will, and Elle takes out the Demogorgon. You guys, that is so cool. I really enjoy that Elle pretty much goes Super Saiyan. Like, she takes out the government people, and then she's like, oh, I'm weak now. They take her into a classroom, and then the Demogorgon finds them. They try to shoot it with the slingshot and the rocks that they got in episode 2. Doesn't work, and then you just see the Demogorgon fly back against the wall, and it was like, oh, Elle just went Super Saiyan. She just got up off that thing and was like, you know what? You can't hurt my friends. I'm going Super Saiyan. Boom, does it. She takes out the Demogorgon. I don't know what she does, but I'm pretty sure she kills the Demogorgon. And then maybe the Demogorgon, and it's like dying, as it's dying, just takes her to the Upside Down. I just know that she kills the Demogorgon, and then she goes to the Upside Down. And that was really cool to me. That's like one of the coolest shots in this whole season. It's just her like looking at the thing, yelling, boom, like all, I guess, the particles, blood, I don't know what was. The Demogorgon like split up into a whole bunch of things, like surrounded Elle, and then they both like disappeared into the Upside Down. It was really cool. And you guys, this season does an amazing job of setting up season 2. You've got when they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, you got a new monster, the Thydra. I think it's like the Sidra. I forgot. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. All I know is that it's a monster with 7 heads, and it's pretty sure that's what they're gonna call the monster that we see in season 2. The trailers at least. That big monster, that's gonna be pretty cool. They also set up, that there's still something going on with Will because he coughed up that slug, and that's not good. And he saw the vision of the Upside Down, which is definitely not good. We also get great setup that Eleven is still alive because David Harbour is like taking food out into the, puts it in a little can, like a little box in the forest, and we're pretty sure he puts Eggos in there, so I'm pretty sure that's for Elle. And it does a great job of setting up season 2 without being like, hey audience, there's a season 2 coming. It was really well done, and I just applaud them for everything that they did in this first season. Well, there you go. That's my review of season 1 of Stranger Things. Definitely be on the lookout for my review of season 2. The season 2 comes out this next week, or this upcoming weekend. So I'm probably gonna binge that this upcoming weekend and try to get a review out next Monday, like I did with this one. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But I want to know what you think about season 1 and your speculation for season 2. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below, or on Facebook or Twitter, wherever you see that it's most convenient for you. Definitely tell me your thoughts. I want this to be a discussion on this really, really good season 1 of Stranger Things, and hopefully really good season 2 of Stranger Things. So definitely tell me your thoughts, and like I said before, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed this and want to see more like it in the future. Thank you for watching this one.